here at Open Source, where a whole bunch of nerds show off all the cool stuff that they built. Today we're here with
Thought Experiment.
And Thought Experiment, what have you built here? Because this is pretty unique to anything we've seen on the floor.
This is a plotter that I home built. I wrote all the software that it's running as well. And it is currently doing watercolors, but it can hold a pen as well. And yeah, it does art. Each of these is a computer program that processes some data and generates art. Most of it's very vibes based. I just sit around and kind of think about, hey, it would be cool if I did X or Y, and then I do it.
Love that. And I think one of the biggest things compared to the other plotters is with the painting, you're dipping into the paint, and I'm assuming there's things to factor with the brush movement on the brush head.
Yeah. So I have a very, very accurate Z stage.
Right.
This is using a medical linear servo, and I wrote all the software for it, so I just have full control over everything. It makes it easy for me to do stuff like that.
And you, I'm assuming there's things to tune, like the amount of time brushes touch paper versus how depth it is and how often you have to dip into the paint.
Yeah, exactly,
All that stuff is so cool.
The best part is when you're doing art, it kind of doesn't matter because you'll always get art at the end.
Amazing, love that.
Yeah, happy accidents.
Cool, and then I think we talked earlier, and one of the coolest things I thought is you wrote the library for this front end and the CRT, this alone. Never mind the control and everything. It's just...
Yeah, I just like it to look... I like the vibe.
Yeah, I think it's incredible. I think it's incredible tech, but just a project as a whole and what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah, emulating old school CNCs. So and I can move the plotter around, jog it around, and get a readout of the position, etc.
Very cool. And then obviously you have it rigged up as paint here, but this is still an XY plotter. You can rig a pen in and create really any type of art you like. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And then what's the hardest engineering problem you have to solve when building this, whether it's software or hardware?
So the hardest engineering problem is probably because it's a rigid Z stage.
Right.
When I'm plotting with a pen, there's not very much give in where the pen is. So I have a touch probe, and I can calibrate for the sag of the plotter as it cantilevers out, and any distortion in the paper, etc. So I can run a calibration step, and it calibrates down to about 10 microns.
Wow.
And that lets me do stuff like this, very, very fine art with a pen.
So you don't need to do the equivalent of bed leveling on a 3D printer. You have what's effectively a 3D printer probe, just implemented a little bit more elegantly.
Yep.
So cool. And then this is an incredible project. What's one piece of advice you would give somebody that wants to get into making stuff, whether it's especially on the artistic spectrum versus engineering side?
Just do it. It's honestly just mirroring what William Osmond says. Just make garbage and put it out there and then make more garbage. It doesn't matter that it's garbage. As long as you're making stuff, you're moving forward.
And then eventually, you get this.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Especially maybe this one.
Really love at Open Source how there's not just super technical projects, but there are technical projects that cross over into art and really all sorts of things. Where can everybody find you if they want to learn more about this project?
I'm on Instagram at THTXPR, and there's a Patreon at Thought_Experiment.
Thought Experiment, and we'll have both the Instagram handle up there.
THOT.
THOT. You know the spelling. Awesome. Thanks for your time and showing us to it. It's really awesome.